Sir, according to our intelligence, there's been a significant increase in the enemy's logistic activities in the Iron Triangle and Kaesong up north. Meanwhile, our reconnaissance planes have discovered signs of the Chinese Communist Army moving towards the central and east lines. We believe a new attack may be in the planning, but we haven't been able to confirm the direction and timing of the next attack.
I estimate that they will send 5 Army corps to start new attacks along the west and central lines. If this were to happen, Seoul will face a new crisis.
Do you think the Chinese Communist Army will come for Seoul?
Yes. They're aiming for the lower regions of the Han River. And they may also send 3 Army corps and North Korean troops to assist with the attack. 5 other corps may launch offensives along the east line for maybe Chuncheong to Hongcheong.
But we can't be sure of the target or the time of the attacks. What if the Chinese Communist Army isn't aiming for Seoul at all?
First of all, we should concentrate on defending Seoul and sending all of our troops to defend the central and west lines. And then keep bombing them from behind, non-stop.
彭总，你请看一下。
哦，
这是我们的初步估算，发动第2阶段的攻势，5天以来，汽车损失的总数据。
怎么回事？损失翻了1倍，怎么不早报告啊？
汽车兵啊，一般都是单兵作战，没有电台联系不上啊，所以他现在走到什么地方了？是不是已经被炸毁了？我们现在不好确定，但是我估计啊，这个最终的损失比这还要高啊。
呀，见鬼了！
冯总，你说那鬼啊，都藏在这里，你看看吧。这是咱们的航空部队通过各个防空哨统计出来的数据。现在敌人每天投入战斗的飞机，大大超过1000架次。
但是据前方报道，美军轰炸我前线阵地的密度跟以前差不多呀。
那就是说，美军新增加的大量飞机，全都扑到了我们的后方，啊，来炸我们的交通线。
彭总，现在前方部队啊，手里的后勤补给只够2、3天的量了。
如果我们想打，还可以勉强再向前推进50公里。还打吗？
不能再往前推了。这个李奇微啊，一方面搞他的雌性战术，牵着我们跟着他往南走；另一方面呢，又派大量的飞机来炸我们后方的交通线，断我们的补给。这招是很毒的。
如果美军来个反扑，我们的后勤补给就会出现大问题啊！
应该见好就收了。按照上次战役的这个经验，运动防御，让部队有序的向后撤，退到38线以北，继续休整。邓华，你觉得？
我同意。要求各兵团撤出战斗的时候，要密切注意敌人主力的动向，采取节节阻击的方式，要注意相互保护。
是。
General, on May 18th, the enemy cut off the retreat route of 4 South-South divisions on the east line, causing a casualty of over 15,000 South Korean soldiers.
Men, here are my orders. The U.S. 8th Army Corps is to move eastwards towards Hongqiang and Qingliang to stop the Chinese Communist Army's possible westward attacks and to safeguard the right side of our flank. The 3rd Reserve Division is to move immediately eastwards to back up and bridge up any possible gaps, while the South Korean 8th Reserve Division is to move up to the north to back up the east wind, while the U.S. 1st Army Corps will start our attacks in the west reducing pressure in the east. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
It's only day 5 and the Chinese Communist Army has stopped attacking again?
Not only have they stopped attacking, but they've begun to give the first line of defense and retreat. I thought it might have been a trap, so I didn't order to chase them down.
They may still have some supplies. They're retreating now because they recognize that their logistics line is nearly cut off. Keep fighting and they'll run out of supplies. And without supplies, they don't have anywhere to go.
You mean to tell me, Matthew, that they really are pulling back and not luring us in?
They will not retreat all the way back. The closer they get to the supplies, the stronger they will be. They're like a compressed spring, waiting to bounce back.
And we'll just have to press that spring right bound to its bottom.
I know, but somehow their commander can always make the right choice at the critical moment.
My orders were to start a full-out counterattack.
We should learn our lesson from the last campaign. We don't have the advantage when they take to moving and echelon defense. If we use the same strategy, we'll be stuck in a tug of war.
Did I see you have some new tactics, Matthew?
I've learned from our enemy, we always get cut to pieces by their large-scale penetrations. We have better mobility. We should cut through their defense lines.
But during the last battle, your orders were to stay together as a group, and none of us were to rush in advance.
We have to be flexible about it. The Chinese Communist Army has sent their entire force of 700,000 to the front line this time. If we cut off their supplies, we can defeat them without firing a single shot. Send your tanks and mechanized units to look for any gaps in the enemy's lines. Seize all the bridges and all the crossing points you can, then charge north and attack the enemy's flanks at the rear. This is what I think will work. This is our best opportunity since the war began.
But doing it this way, Matthew, if you don't mind me saying, some of our soldiers could be left behind and isolated. It's very risky.
There is nothing to be afraid of. I'm sure that once we take this city, we will win this war.
Chowan!
Yes, Chorwan is the connecting point of the enemy's main transport routes where all their supplies are stored, and if we take Chorwan, then we'll be able to wipe out the entire force of the Chinese Communist Army south of the 38th parallel. And then, game over.
This will bring a far better result than the surprise attacks. Front lines myself. Matthew, you're a genius.
No. MacArthur is the genius. I'm just a veteran who loves to learn. Go, James. Take Choron. This is your opportunity to make history. Don't waste it.
Leave it to me. Just give me the ammunition.
美国鬼子，赶快报告军部。是。